What's up, everybody? This is Zion. This is your quick tip of the week, and I want to show you how to cut and paste a loop and put it in and make it work for you. Now, a lot of times you need a part, you need a sax part or solo part or something, and sometimes it's fun to use pieces of a loop. Now, this takes some practice, but I want to show you this because it'll introduce and open up a whole new world of sounds to you that you probably wouldn't tap into. You don't have to learn every instrument to be a producer. It's a great thing because if you did, I'd be screwed. I don't know how to play a harpsichord. I don't know how to play a sousaphone, but I can grab loops and I can grab samples. So let me show you how I do this. This is not cheating. Part of the job as a producer is you're assembling parts. It's not just creating parts, but you're also assembling. Okay, so you're taking things that are already created and you're putting them together in a way that really works for the song. Let me show you what I'm talking about and stop talking. So here is a track I'm working on right now.
Oh, can we color outside the lines? You and me, we're different. We don't live the normal life. Oh, we create our own sunshine.
Okay, cool. So this is a very swung beat. It's kind of upbeat and it's very sparse right here in the verse. But I wanted to add a little bit of something in it. So I wanted a guitar part. So I knew that I didn't want a real heavy guitar and I didn't want a real clean guitar. And I don't play an electric guitar. I play an acoustic, but I don't play an electric. So I went out to Splice. If you've never used Splice, it's just there's several different companies that offer, it's basically a subscription to sample library. So you can just go in and download samples that are royalty free. So I typed in guitar and stuff, and I found a couple samples. Here's one. And here's another. It's kind of an electric muted guitar it sounds very compressed, but it sounds kind of gritty and raw. It's nice. But both of these are in the key of E flat minor. So what I did is you copy them, you grab it, and you copy it into your DAW. Like that. It's really super simple. Then I unwarp it. So if your DAW automatically warps thing or elastic mode, you want to undo that. And I went in and I transposed it. So I transposed it from the key of E flat minor to the key of, this is A sharp minor or B flat minor. And I went in and I chopped it up. So I grabbed this little loop that I found right here and I'm going to solo it. So it's not in the right time, it's not in the right key, but I like that grittiness. I like the way it sounds. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start grabbing these little pieces of it. Like this. I will just grab a section and grab another section and grab another section. And I just took all these little pieces and I started transposing them into, like if I liked that one, I'd transpose it to the key or one of the notes within this key. And eventually, I'm going to go ahead and erase this. Eventually, I got this kind of sound. Now, you're probably wondering, how did you line that up? Or if you're not wondering that, I'm going to pretend like you are wondering that. What I do is, for a song that has a really strong groove like this song has a very swung eighth note. Well, in your DAW, it's going to show you 16th and 8th notes and stuff in your grid, but it's not going to break. You can't see it in the grid of the swing. So when you apply a groove to a MIDI note or an audio track, you can't see the actual swing dividers. So what I do is I make a quick MIDI track and I apply my groove to this, and I can do this in another video, but I apply the groove to some MIDI notes, I swing it, and then I commit those notes so I can see what it looks like. So this is what these swung notes look like, and I'll open this up so you can see it even better. But you can see here's the eighth note. One, let's see here. 1, 2, here's the second beat, 2, 3, 4. So 1 instead of and are here exactly on this beat where the normal eighth note would be. A swung eighth note is moved off of it. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 like that. So I do that so that now when I'm lining up these audio tracks, I have a template I can follow, and I just eyeball it and go, that's about right. It's lined up with that note. If I had something here, it would be lined up to that one, but I'm not lining it up with every single note. But the notes that are here, I've committed to making sure that they line up to the groove. And a lot of this is just playing back and listening to it and hearing it. And now this is what I've got. And I did this on another audio track as well, so it comes in on the second part. And let me go ahead and play that for you, and so you can hear how this sounds together. All right?
Oh, can we color outside the lights? You and me, we're different. We don't live the normal life. Oh, we create our own sunshine. Stand next to me, and we can practically live outside.
Pretty cool, isn't it? So now I've got a great little groovy, it's just a note. It's just one or two notes that's playing on the guitar, but it adds so much flavor. And it's got a little grit to it, a little distortion, and it just really adds to this part. It kind of brings it together. It doesn't make it feel so sparse. And it sounds like I've got a really cool guitarist in the room that I'm working with. But actually, it's just a sample I've just chopped up and modulated. All right, guys, I hope that helped you. I hope you go forward and play with loops and play with samples because, again, as a producer, you're an assembler. So assemble. Go make some great music, and I'll talk to you later.